Nuka, our resident saltwater crocodile. Now, as a reptile keeper, I tell you we've got the best animals in the park, and he is definitely at the top of the list. These guys are the perfectly designed ambush predator, and they've remained relatively unchanged for millions of years. Here in Australia, we have two kinds of crocodiles. You got the little freshwater crocodile, they get about 2 metres, eat a whole lot of fish. Then you got these guys, the largest living reptiles in the world, and they're certainly impressive. Now, this ambush predator behaviour that they have is what earned Nuka his home here at Featherdale for the last 26 years. To explain the behaviour, let's say a buffalo, a pig, kangaroo, wallaby, anything like that comes to drink down by the water, Nuka's not going to rush over there and grab it. He's going to wait. He's really patient. He doesn't need to eat every day. He's a reptile. And he's going to watch and learn the behaviour of that animal. Now that animal keeps coming back for a drink every day that week. Unknowingly, Nuka's moving closer every single day. That kangaroo invites its friends back. Come on, stay down here, have a drink. And he'll wait up to 2 weeks. That kangaroo goes to put its face in the water, and at this stage he's there waiting. Bang, grabs it, drags it into the water. Now that's okay. That's a natural behaviour for these guys. The problem was Nuka started learning the behaviour of the people. And Nuka is named Nuka after where he was caught. Nuka's up on the Roper River, and the community were a little bit concerned that he was going to come up onto the land and get hold of someone. There'd been some disappearances of dogs, and they could have put it down to him until this one particular moment. He'd been watching a man walk his dog every day, and that dog came and had a drink at the same place every day, and with a bit of time and patience, Nuka got hold of that dog. Now once he's done that, he's deemed a problematic or rogue crocodile, and back in the day they would have shot and killed him. They shot and killed so many problematic crocodiles that they were on their way to extinction. Suddenly there was less than 3,000 saltwater crocodiles before someone said, oh hang on, what are we going to do to fix this? And that's where the crocodile breeding industry began. Now, the crocodile breeding industry, yes, it created an income on one hand, but from my point of view, it saved the saltwater crocodile. We went from having 3,000 or less than 3,000 saltwater crocodiles to having 150 to 200,000 saltwater crocodiles now. And Nuka had absolutely nothing to do with that. Because when they got Nuka up to the breeding farm, they thought, beautiful big boy, he's going to be awesome for the breeding program. They gave him a lovely lady, and he killed her. They gave him a second lovely lady, and he killed her as well. So suddenly you've got a large animal. He's eating your food, he's taking up your space, but most importantly, he's killing all your breeding females. So Nuka's life expectancy got really short really quickly. He was destined to become a pair of shoes, a handbag, a belt. Here in Australia we have the best crocodile leather in the world. You can't get anywhere else like that in the world. We breed them for their meat as well, but it's the leather they're known for. So Nuka was destined to be killed. Thankfully at the time we didn't have a big saltwater crocodile down here, and so he has called it home 26 years now. Now talking about them being the largest living reptiles in the world, where you're standing, he's distorted by the water. He looks a lot smaller than he actually is, so I'm trying to miss that lizard out there. There you go. So 4.7 metres or 15.5 feet. Now weight-wise, as much as he loves me, I don't think he'd get on scales if I asked him to. So based on crocodiles they have caught and weighed up north, we estimate him to be around 600 kilos or just under 1,400 pounds. Now block your ears, Nuka. That's an average size for these guys. I know no one likes to be called average, but around that 5 metre mark is average. They can get up to and over 7 metres and over 1,000 kilos. The largest specimen ever caught was the length of this entire pool. So Nuka does kind of pale in comparison to that massive size there, but he's still a big boy and he will continue growing his entire life. They mature at 20 and keep growing till the day they die. Now, don't panic that he's not coming out to grab that food straight away. He will grab it. The water dragons and the water skinks take the opportunity to get into that first. I've just chucked out a couple of pieces of kangaroo out there, and I have a chicken leg up on the pole. And you're probably thinking, hang on, she just told me he's 600 kilos, she's starving him.
I think she just said she threw in the bits of kangaroo.
His stomach is around the size of a soccer ball. So even if he took down one of those animals we talked about before, the buffalo, the pig, kangaroo, wallaby, he couldn't.
Where's the snake?
Being a reptile, they need the sun to regulate their body temperature because they can't regulate their body temperature. So he needs warmth to be able to hunt for his food, but most importantly to digest it. So they can go long periods of time without food. So he managed to get one of those animals and drag it into the water, and this is where you see the death roll take place. He doesn't have teeth like you and I. We've all seen the pointy teeth. he can't chew his food, he needs to tear off. So he'd be tearing off large chunks and stuffing in as much as he could physically fit. He'd then stash the remnants under the water with the intent to come back to it later, but then he won't eat for the next month, even up to 2 months. Here, while that sun's out in the sky, we feed him every single day during the summer. So the small meals that we feed out accumulate to what would be a large meal in the wild for him. Now on the flip side, we've got school holidays coming up in April, and at the end of those school holidays, Nooka stops eating, I should say, and does not start eating again till September. Reptiles don't hibernate, so they're not sleeping their way through the winter. They go into what's called brumation. So the sun still comes out occasionally and gives them enough energy to move around, not enough to digest their food through those. In extreme weather temperatures, whether it's hot or cold, he can actually reduce his heart rate to 4 beats per minute to conserve energy, which is crazy. Now, if you are unlucky enough to encounter a crocodile this size out on the land, you stand a chance. On the land, he's awkward, he's bulky, he's dragging 600 kilos and 3 chins behind him. Always remember, crocodiles cannot zigzag, so throw a bit of a zigzag in your step. He's not built for the land, he's built for the water. Have a look at his head. His ears, eyes and nostrils sit right on top of his head, so up in brown murky water, you wouldn't be able to see him. He looks like a piece of debris just floating down. I've got clean water because you need to see him. Most importantly, I need to see him. I've got the short straw. I need to mow the lawns in there, so I need to know where he is at all times. Now, on his feet, he doesn't have any webbing on the front, a little bit of webbing on the back, but all the power rests in that tail. So much so, he can propel himself through the water at the speed of a dolphin for short bursts, so over 60 kilometres an hour. When I'm in there mowing the lawn, I always need to remember he can shoot from the tip of his snout to the tip of his tail out in a matter of seconds and grab hold of you. Now, like you guys, we love seeing animals in the wild, and people go up north to go see crocodiles in the wild. One of the places people go is Cahill's Crossing. It's uncommon to see large numbers of saltwater crocodiles gathered, but at Cahill's Crossing, it's a roadway, and when it floods over, these guys instinctively swim up to 100 kilometres to gather. 30 to 40 crocodiles lined up side by side because they know once that water starts coming over, so are the barramundis. And they're going to gorge feed on that fish and then go off to their separate areas again. Now, if you go to a nice quiet area where there's water and you see a sign that says crocodile here, and you look in the brown murky water and you can't see a crocodile, that doesn't mean it's a good idea to stop and have a swim. If there's a sign there saying crocodile, someone has seen one there. Nooka is equipped with a 3rd set of eyelids. It serves as a goggle for them, so he will sit underwater 30, 40, 45 minutes, up to 2 hours, undetected under that water. So you can't see him, he can 100% see you. So always bear in mind not to go swimming if there's crocodiles meant to be there. Now, it's hard to gauge how old Nooka is. Based on his size and his dentition, we estimate him to be over 70 years of age. Now these guys can live up to and over 100 years, and as I said before, they keep growing their whole life, which is where they get bigger. But the reason Nooka grew up to be a nice adult crocodile, he's got the best mum in the reptile world. Reptiles do not look after their young. Often once the young has hatched out of the egg or been born live, they need to get away from mum and dad before mum and dad eat them. In this case, mum uses her amazing hearing, because these guys have fantastic senses, and she's listening for her young hatching out of the egg. Now, there can be 50 to 60 eggs in a clutch, often a lot through floods and things like that, but once they start hatching out of the egg, mum gathers them delicately amongst all those teeth in her mouth and brings them down to the water's edge. Once she's got all her young in the water, she's going to protect them for the next 3 months, because if you're a hatchling crocodile, everything wants to eat you. Fish want to eat you, turtles want to eat you, other crocodiles will most definitely eat you. So she wants to give her young the best start at life, and from those 50 to 60, maybe 4 or 5 actually make it to adulthood. Now, I do have a 1-year-old to show you today. I've got him over here. I'll grab him out after the next part of the presentation. We have 2 boys here. I switch who I bring out each day. At the crocodile breeding farm, they only want to breed male crocodiles. Female crocodiles get to about 3 metres. The males, they get huge. So they want that big leather pelt. So by setting the temperature in the incubator, they guarantee only males hatch out of the egg. Either side of that temperature, you get males and females. So I'll show you the little 1-year-old. It's hard to fathom that he grows up to be that. Now guys, what Nooka is waiting patiently to show you is something that's instinctive to him. This is not a learned behaviour. If he was out in the wild and not having any luck getting food on the ground, he's going to look to the sky. Imagine a crocodile this size or bigger, busting up and out of the water, grabbing a bat or a bird as it flew over their head. They'll even grab them out of trees. Now, as I said, this is an instinctive behaviour for them. So this is where you want to get camera ready. You want to get an awesome photo or an awesome video, and then you want to put it on Instagram, #featherdale, so I can look at it at the end of the day. But once you've got that awesome photo, I need a big round of applause for him, because we work with positive reinforcement. He gets his food, but then a big clap from you guys. Now, let's get this chicken leg out and over. So just simply with the flick of a tail, that's what propels him up and out of that water. Now remember, he is patient. He doesn't need to jump up and grab this immediately, so we will bear with him while he gets himself ready. Now he's actually facing the wrong way in the pool. The deeper the water, the higher they can jump. So these guys can actually jump 7 feet out of the water. So I'm sure you can imagine I don't have the water to see. Alright guys. There you go guys. Give him a big clap for that one. I feel like that was a half-hearted jump. He has made it up to here for me before, but his tail was round the wrong way. Now guys, when his jaw crashes shut, it crashes shut with 3,700 pounds of pressure per square inch. Now to put that in perspective, if he bit you on the leg, it's like someone dropped a car on your leg and your bone shattered and exploded.
Ow.
On the flip side, each and every one of you could hold his mouth shut with your own hands. They don't have the strength to open their mouth that they do to close it. Now, this little guy here, he's super strong with that tail. This little guy here has just celebrated his first birthday. It takes a long time to get to that size there. And as you can see, I can hold his mouth shut simply with my hands there. I'm sure if you were to fall in the water with a crocodile that size, you're not going to think that lady at Featherdale. She said, hold